Live here on this Saturday morning. We're going to start things out a little bit unique here today and pay recognition to a player that we recently lost here in the Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League. That is Owen George. A moment of silence now. Welcome back to the Innisfil Twin Arena, where we're getting set for a game day on a Saturday morning. It is the Mavericks taking on the Winnipeg Blizz. First of 3 games this weekend for the Blizz, as they're very used to, of course, playing all the way out there in Winnipeg. They got to make the most of these bus trips out west, and that's exactly what they're doing. They had 3 games last weekend in Fort Saskatchewan against the Rebels. Went pretty successfully for the Blizz, winning all 3. Meanwhile, for the home side, the Mavericks, they're looking to make it an unofficial 5-game winning streak. If you take a look at the standings, of course, but that is only because the Rockies did fold at the start of the RMLL season. So, in actuality, it's a 4-game winning streak on the line here this morning. And, of course, the Mavs looking to pad their lead in the Central Division. They are first in the Central Division going into today's action. With 1 game played more, the Silvertips trail by 1 point as well. So, no doubt that there could be a little bit of a swing in the standings, depending on how things go here. And both games will involve the Winnipeg Blizz, as I say, the first of a triple-header weekend for the Blizz. We're getting set for tip-off here. Opening face-off will be Remy Pichard digging in. Looking for the first possession as well. Both sides still in that circle, fighting for that ball. A good 10 seconds elapsed before Winnipeg gets the first touch. It's still rolling around, though, and now eventually he'll get the cradle, but quickly knocked away by Brendan Harnack. Away come the Mavs into the offensive zone. The offense gets out there for the first time this morning. And carrying into the zone now is Jay Stolinski. Hands off. A little bit of room here. On the right-hand side, play resumes with Sutherland, who shoots, and that's a good save, and pops out for a second, but the Blizz quickly corralled. Starting goalie is Van Anderson for the Blizz. And of course, on the other side of things, it is old reliable. That's Alex Swan. Here come the Blizz to the first attack of the morning. Into the offensive zone. Can't quite get the pass to connect, but eventually it is corralled here by Wyatt Gallagher. Gallagher steps in the inside, cuts one on goal, and that's a good save by Swan off the leg. Ball is all over the place right now. Gallagher collects again, and the Blizz go back to the attack. Seth Klepats, he's got it in the corner. Carries it out. Starting to get some movement here are the Blizz. Comes out. Ty Woods tries his luck, and that one misses the target. Mavs corral in transition the other way. Here they come. This is Benko racing after it. Jordan Benko gets a shove from behind. It'll be Mavs possession here in the offensive zone. A little bit of a collision there in the corner. It's dug out, and now play resumes. It's Victoria out to the outside. Whipped one on. That's Riley Benko. That's a good save by Anderson. Picked up here by the Blizz out of their own zone. Right wing side, looking to get over half. Can the Mavs keep them on their side? And I believe the Mavs got that call. Now they pick up the ball, looking to transition quickly. It's Benko. Slows things down. Riley Benko holds onto it. He's got Sutherland to his left, now dishes to his right. Coming off the bench now into the attacking zone. Looking to get the offense started here. Sutherland has it, bobbles it. Loose ball in the area, collected by the Blizz. They quickly bobble. Can they get to half? And this time they will. Over the line is Chase Thenondle. Thenondle wraps around the offensive zone. Mavs on defense now. Into the inside. Nice pass. Great shot and a goal. And the first lead goes to the Winnipeg Blizz. I believe that was Evan Fielding who got the last touch on that one. Could be wrong on that one, but I think it was Evan Fielding who fought that one home after a bit of a turnover in the defensive zone. The Mavericks are meant to pay as that's a great pass right on the money, and making no mistake is Fielding. It's 1-0 Blizz as they get a good road start. Can the Mavs answer back? Mavs looking for their 4th straight win. Into the offensive zone comes the leading points getter this year for the Mavs so far. That's Jace Victoria. Wraps around, still has possession here. Now kind of floats one into the area before it lands on the goaltender, Anderson. He collects, and now the Blizz have possession. Fondle. Up the wing, that one slides all the way to Swan, who collects, and he'll get the transition going. Mavs can't hold on to that pass. This is Lodemeyer. In some trouble in his own zone, manages to find the ball, and a whistle, and it'll be a Blizz possession on that one. Curious on that call, but Winnipeg, they collect and they go back to the attack. Offensive zone time here. Left wing side. They're wrapping it around. Now into the inside on the top of the arc. Hold. Now soft pass into the area. It's bouncing around. Lodemeyer finds it, but so too does Swan. Now out of the zone they come. Kai Klaas. Benko's got it. Riley Benko into the O zone. Riley Benko now, top of the arc. Holds. Benko still with it. Benko now, nice pass across the area. Now Bosworth. He's got an opportunity, but bobbles, and now the Blizz will collect. Battle for it. Bosworth collects it back. Opportunity for Benko, who misses. That ricochets all the way back to half here. Harnick keeps it in. Good work by Brendan Harnick to keep possession alive. Offensive reinforcements come over the boards here for the Mavs. This is Steele. Down low, it's Bosworth, 15 on the shot clock. Comes over to the corner, whipping one on. That was Ryder Baumung, and that got a piece of the goaltender, Anderson, who makes his way over. It'll be a possession here for the Blizz. And that ball ricochets all the way down into the offensive zone, pretty deep in there. Good opportunity here for Gallagher as he gets things restarted. Beg your pardon, that's Fielding. Hands it on over to Klepets. Klepets now winds, fires. Good save by Swan. That was Fielding, rather. Sorry, Fielding's getting a little deceptive on me. All over the place so far. He's got the goal as well for the Blizz. 1-0 lead, and now a shot into the middle. Nice save by Swan. I think he got a piece of that one. Maybe a piece of the iron as well, but that was a dangerous-looking opportunity again for the Blizz. And they've got it again. Mavs can't transition properly. Now they're forced to defend once more. Over the boards, more offensive players here. This is Mark Goller for the Blizz, who fires one into the middle, and that's collected here by the Mavs. Good transition opportunity for Remy Pinchot. He's got numbers with him. This is Sutherland. Tries to find Pinchot again, but that one's broken up. Anderson will gobble it up, and the Blizz will hold on to it. 5 minutes elapsed, and Winnipeg has a 1-0 lead. We'll get the offense set up as well. Some quick ball movement here by Winnipeg, and now it's Ty Woods. Tries to feather one through, finds his man, and now it's a shot on. A good save by Swan. Back the other way, it's Harnick in transition, whips one on, and that's a good save by Anderson. And now it's Winnipeg who looks to open things up the other way. A little bit of a bump there at the center. Wyatt Gallagher's got it. He spins away from the check of Lodemeyer. Gallagher now into the inside. That one's intercepted there by the Mavericks. Good work by Kai Klaas. Now he'll dish it out. Offense gets going with Moratori. That's Jay Stalinsky, I beg your pardon. Numbers switching around on me today. Nice pass. Here's Dolinsky. He fires on. That's a save by Anderson. Mavs trying to keep it on half, but now it's battled back and now collected here by Mountain View. Drake May will dish it out. The offense gets going. Here's Riley Benko. Pitch and catch here with Victoria. Now to the other side they go. Liam Steele, nice backdoor feed. Unable to put that one home, but the possession continues until it's an errant pass that gets out of the zone. Alex Swan is going to settle the ball down behind his own goal. And Winnipeg will have possession here deep in the offensive zone. Checking is Jordan Benko. Now comes out to the outside. Opportunity here for Goller. Sends it to the perimeter. Good movement here by Winnipeg. They keep it moving. Goller's got it back. Goller now fakes the shot. Looks left, goes back to right. Now here's the shot by Callants. That's a good save. Rebound is put home, and it's a 2-0 lead for Winnipeg. Merrick Goller finds the back of the net. Some good ball movement there by the Blizz, and they make the most of that opportunity as well, putting it home for a 2-0 lead. Shot advantage also 2-1 in their favor with a 6-3 advantage. So a bit of a slow start here for the Mavericks on home floor. Early start as well here on a Saturday morning, as it's the first of 3 games coming up in short time for the Blizz. They have to make their most of their opportunity here, of course. Now they get possession and they get back in the offensive zone with Wyatt Gallagher. Been very shifty so far this morning, but that's an errant pass picked up by Brandon Harnick trying to spark his team. Harnick into the offensive zone. Dishes off. Opportunity back door, and that one is denied. I think Anderson got a piece of that one. That's a good look for Grayson Advinson. Now in the offensive zone still, the Mavericks are looking for it. Can the the Blizz get over half? And they do. Just barely, but they do. Now Winnipeg into the offensive zone. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to work quick with the offense. Defending here, Ty Woods against Benko. The two 24s go head-to-head. Left pass. Oh, that's a tumble there, but play continues. Ty Woods feathers one in, and that's a nice save. A nice interception, I should say, by Lodemeyer. Dishes out to the right wing side. Into the middle. Sutherland has a lane and fires it home. Hayden Sutherland gives the Mavs a little bit of a spark here this morning. It's a 2-1 lead now for the Blizz as the Mavs cut that in half. Hayden Sutherland had a big hat-trick performance, 4 goals in fact, in our last broadcast here a couple of weeks ago, and continues his hot play. That's what you like to see. Your Stars performing well on home floor, of course, but they need one more, do the Mavericks, to tie this game up. 2-0 lead turns into a 2-1 lead for the Winnipeg Blizz. As it's Edmondson who works his way out of the zone. Kai Klass now. Dishes out for Dolinsky. Dolinsky will get into the left-hand corner. A little bit of a movement here for Ryder Bomung as he flies into the crease. But I think he took a step inside the crease, so that's a turnover. Blizz possession. So they work their way out. Blizz into the O-zone with Cole Baker. He'll dish off. Opportunity here for Goller. Goller has the 2-1 goal. Down low he goes. Perimeter movement once more. Comes up top for Thondel. Thondel has a lane. Lost it. Now a centering pass is picked up here by Drake May. Got in the way of that one. Now he's stuck in his own zone. He's got to hustle to get over half. Nice pass to hit Jace Victoria into the offensive zone. Victoria now will set things up. 10 minutes to go here in the first. Jace Victoria, fake shot. Now a fake again. Now we'll dish over to Steele. Steele under some pressure. Shifty work by Steele. Nice pass to the inside. Benko just put that one wide. Victoria now looking to keep this thing alive off the ricochet. Anderson must have got a piece of that one. The Mavs have a new shot clock. This is Sutherland now who whips on. Some confusion there. The shot clock had been renewed, but I don't think the official had officially counted that shot on. So that's why you saw the forced shot there from Sutherland, and in turn, it's a possession turnover as well. Here come the Blizz into the offensive zone. De La Ronda. Continue things on for Goller. Goller's pass over to Schmeichel was just out of his reach, but the Blizz do hold on to it. Now it's Woods who will fire and score. Woods, beautiful fake pass, and then fires one home on Alex Swan cleanly from about 30 feet out. A beauty of a goal by Woods, and that is a 3-1 lead now for the Blizz, who answer right back after the Mavs had made it a 2-1 game. Work to do here for the Mavericks, who are outshot 7-5 right now. And outscored by a 2-goal tally. Face-off taken by Remy Pichon. Real battle here once more. Ball eventually pops out. Who's got it? It's Winnipeg who's got it. Under some pressure here, but they're going to continue on with it. This is Goller doing a terrific job. Had 3 men on him, and now Goller sends it to the right-hand side. Battle in the corner. It's a loose ball. Edmondson can't hold on to that. Gobbled up by Winnipeg. Now Calitz has it. Full possession here for the Blizz as they get going with 10 on the shot clock. Whipping one on. Swan got a piece of that. They'll continue with a new shot clock. Here is Calitz. Under pressure, but dishes out. Now Woods fires and scores again. Another clean shot from about the same distance. He's fooled Swan twice, and it's the Blizz who have stormed out. It's a 4-1 lead for Winnipeg. And now the urgency is ramping up on the Mavericks bench, no doubt about that. Got to get back into this game on home floor, down 3 goals. Had recently made it a 2-1 game. And now just a couple of minutes later, this game is turned upside down once more. It's 4-1, looking for some energy, getting the sticks rattling. Mavericks looking to get back into this game. Perfect start, I would say, for the Blizz on on the road, especially to open up what should be a pretty tough road trip here, having to go to the Silvertips tonight still, and tomorrow they'll battle the Calgary Chill. And here's some good movement once more in the offensive zone. Thondel scores. That is 3 unanswered for the Winnipeg Blizz, and the Mavericks are in shock right now, certainly rattled. And they get a quick change. Boy, the hockey mind in me thinks maybe a goaltending change were to come here, but head coach Trey Christensen staying steady with Alex Swan. Swan has allowed 5 on 10 so far, but certainly not all his fault. There's been some defensive breakdowns. That last goal is certainly another indication of that. Some crisp passing by the Blizz, and they're into the offensive zone again. Here's the goal scorer, Thondel. He'll dish off. Now backdoor, and they score. Oh boy, the wheels are falling off right now here for the Mavericks, as that is number 23, Ridley Ringor, who puts it in the back of the net. Familiar name. (6-1). Who saw this coming? At the 10-minute mark, this was a 2-1 game. And now we've got a face-off violation. It'll be a Blizz possession to kick things off. We've got a water break here as we'll hit the media timeout per se, but it is all Blizz to kick off this first period. Winnipeg storming out to a 6-1 lead on the road. Stunning this crowd and stunning the Mavericks as well, as they huddle in for a little bit of a impromptu timeout here to try to wake the team up, get things underneath them. Early start, of course, for the Mavericks today. 11 o'clock tip-off. But right now they need to find their game and get back into it, down 5 on home floor, but lots of game time left in this one. Offense has the ability to explode, of course. Leading goal scorer this year is Hayden Sutherland, and he adds to that total. He's got the lone goal so far for the Mavericks. Make that 17 goals on the season now as well for Hayden Sutherland. That's probably the lone bright spot right now, I'd say, for the Mavericks, who have been outclassed thus far through 12 minutes and 9 seconds. We'll resume post-media timeout as the Blizz will start with possession. Face-off violation, of course, as we close things out. And they've got it. Here's Ty Woods. He's had a great start to this game. 2 goals already, both from distance. This is Goller. He's also got a goal. Comes back for Woods. Woods now trying to spin off the check of Edmondson, who's all over him. Now will dish out to the right wing side. Now Goller will pick up after a little bit of a bobble here. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Still perimeter play here from Winnipeg. They can't handle that long-range pass as well, and now that ball skips all the way back into the Blizz end. Picked up here by Klaas. Kai Klaas now finds Sutherland. Sutherland now on the backhand tries to make something happen. Bobbles, gets it back. Will dish out. This is Benko. Riley Benko turns that one over. Here come the Blizz the other way. Opportunity for Baker. He carries in, gets the offense out there. De Laronda fights off a couple of checks. Now dishes out. This is Will Angus. Gets it to the right-hand side. Wyatt Gallagher, shifty once more. Gallagher steps to the inside, had a shot lane, couldn't take it, now bobbles. Ball is bouncing, and it's skipped forward by the Mavs. It'll stay in play and into the offensive zone. It's deemed a Mavericks possession down there. Jordy Benko will get an opportunity to pick it up. Possession starts. Sutherland plays pitch and catch with Delinsky. Delinsky now waits for Riley Benko. Comes out to Delinsky, steps in, no shot, dishes off to Steele. Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bosworth fires, that one ricochets, doesn't get to the goaltender, it's in the corner and the Mavs run out of time. Six minutes to go here in the first period. We saw about 4 goals in quick succession there. 1 for the Mavericks, then 3 unanswered. I beg your pardon, 5 goals in quick succession. 1 for the Mavs, 4 from the Blizz. We've stormed out to a 6-1 lead. Here come the Blizz looking for more. Nifty shot on. I believe that was number 9, Hudson De Laronde, with a great shot. That was a nifty save by Swan. Offense back out there. Jace Victoria, leading point getter. Fake shot, dishes off. 22 helpers so far for Victoria this year. Balmung dishes over to Steele. Now it comes back over for Pinchard. It's with Balmung who puts that one wide. Blizz have it. Got to get over half, and they will do just that. Good pressure here by Riley Lodemeyer, trying to hold him at the line. Riley Lodemeyer pushing him over as well, and it's turned up by the Mavs. Good work by Lodemeyer and Brandon Harnick. Harnick's got it now. We'll skip one over to Riley Benko, holds on to it. 20 seconds on the shot clock as the offense gets out there. Pass is picked up by Bosworth off the wall. Now it's Sutherland, whips one on, and I think that one might not have gone off the iron. It looks like it went off the crossbar. Good shot by Sutherland. Looking for his second goal of the morning, afternoon, what do you call it? Here come the Mavs. Sutherland again will fire one on. That one's over the target. 20 seconds still on the shot clock, and they've got it back. This is Benko. Riley will dish over. Spin from Victoria, who whips on, and that one's bobbled briefly by Anderson, but then finds it. So a little more rhythm in the offensive zone there for the Mavericks, who are trying to find momentum. Here come the Blizz over half. Here's the captain, Will Angus, into the offensive zone, storming in. Now we'll get turned up. Angus doesn't quite have the shot he was hoping for. Now Angus turned up into the corner, less than 10 on the shot clock. Angus really doing a good job in the offensive zone. Dishes out, but we've got a violation. And it's going to be a Mavericks possession. Mountain View will take it. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first. Into the O-zone they come. Shattendale doing a nice job. Gets into the inside, and that is a shot on. So that's a refreshed shot clock here for the Mavs if they could find the loose ball. And it'll be the Blizz who get to it first. They shovel one up. It's eventually gathered here. Now an odd man rush. Wrigley Ringor's got it. He's flanked by Wyatt Gallagher makes his way to the inside, but it'll be Merrick Galler who takes over. A little bit of deception there. Now whipping one on. At the end of the day, that was Wrigley Ringor who had that, as they tried a little bit of a fake ball play there. Alex Swan was reading that one pretty well. Nice work by Pichon. What a goal. Great athletic effort. Flies into the crease area. And that's a spark that the Mavs were looking for. No doubt they needed that one big time. With 2:50 to go in the first, it is a highlight reel goal from Remy Pichon. What a beauty. Pichon goes flying into the crease. That's a highlight reel lacrosse goal, no doubt about that. Gives the Mavericks a little bit of life too. 6-2 ball game. As they'll go looking for more here with about 3 to go. Mavs get possession off the face-off as well. This is a clean possession. Can they get into the offensive zone? Dolinsky will set things up. Bosworth can't quite find that pass as it ricochets. Now the Blizz have it. Morgan Curry has it. Curry waits for reinforcements. Waits for the clock to run down as well. Curry still with it. Now escapes the check of Benko. Will dish out to the left-hand side. Now comes back our way. It's Ty Woods. Dish out in the corner. Now it comes out top of the arc. A little bit of pressure here from Schmeichel. Schmeichel now fires. Good save by Swan. Gets a piece of it with the shoulder. Battle in the corner. Bobbled up. Here comes Woods back on the offense. Nice shot on. That one is wide of the target. It ricochets off the end wall. Picked up here by the Mavericks. It's Jordy Benko. Nice pass forward. Edmondson. Oh, just missed that one. I think Anderson might have got a touch on that. Nope, they're saying that Edmondson did not get a piece of that one. Or Anderson, rather, did not get a piece of that Edmondson shot. So a good break there offensively for Grayson Edmondson, but unable to find the back of the net. Back the other way, here comes Winnipeg. Wyatt Gallagher cuts down low. Good passing once more, comes back up top. Opportunity for Fielding. Fielding still with it. Fielding Shakes off a check, now fires on, puts that one just wide. Bouncing ball is held in by the Blizz, who whip one down low. Can't get a shot on, however. Now, with about a minute and 11 seconds to go, the Mavs have possession again. Here's Remy Pinchot, just gone onto the score sheet with that beautiful goal. Dishes over to Ryder Baumung. Here is Sutherland with an opportunity. Sutherland runs into traffic, then runs into the crease. Bobbles the ball, though, so we'll continue on. And now it's picked up here by the Blizz. They turn it over. Great work here by Victoria. Victoria over to Riley Benko. Now we'll dish over to Steele. Here's Sutherland, who wipes one on, and that's a good save by Anderson. Sutherland had a little bit of a look there out front, but that's a great save by Anderson, standing tall. We've got a violation here. Blizz can't get out of their zone, so the Mavs will have possession here. Perfect timing here as well. About 33 on the score clock. 30 on the shot clock as well, so the Mavs will take their time here with Edmondson. Ryder Baumung now, right-hand side. This is Jace Victoria. Victoria now cuts into the middle, doesn't have the lane. Now a nice swim move, whips one off the post. Another touch of iron here for the Mavericks. Sutherland hit the crossbar. I think Victoria just rattled the post. Now whipping a long distance shot on is Ringor, but that'll do it. That's the last touch of the first period, and what a first period it was for Winnipeg. They storm out with a 6-2 lead after 20 minutes. Mavericks with a little bit of work to do, down 4 with 40 minutes to go. Goal scorers Hayden Sutherland for the Mavs. That got the score down to 2-1. Remy Pinchot, your recent goal scorer as well. That cut the lead to 6-2. So in between that, 4 unanswered for the Blizz. And that's the difference in this game right now. Mavericks looking to move to 8-1-1 on the season and looking to pad their lead in the Central Division. Want to bring it to a quick break here. We'll take about 9 minutes of pause, and we'll have more action here from the Innisfil Twin Arena. It is the Mavs down 6-2 against the Winnipeg Blizz. We're back inside the Innisfil Twin Arena here. Mountain View Mavericks with work to do, down 6-2. 40 minutes to go here against the Winnipeg Blizz, who got a feel for the Blizz in a way. Of course, they sign up for things out in the East Division, but that is quite the road trip coming out to the Central Division here for 3 games. They'll take on, obviously, the Mavs right now. Tonight, 8 o'clock at the Pete Knight Arena, they'll battle the Silver Tips. Rocky View looking to take advantage of what could be a depleted Winnipeg team, depending on how things go, how much energy is exerted here this morning/afternoon. Early start here for the Mavs. Of course, I mentioned the 3 games that'll wrap up this little trip into the Central Division tomorrow with the Blizz as they take on the Calgary Chill as well. So stop in Calgary overnight. Last weekend, they played 3 games in Fort Saskatchewan against the Rebels. Very successful 3-game set there, 3-0 against the Rebels were the Chill. So looking for their 4th straight win today against the Mavs. Chill enter today at 4-3. They're second out in the East Division. Meanwhile, your Mavericks, they're 7-1-1 with 15 points, first in the Central Division. That tie they had earlier this season against the Crude could very well swing things in the standings, make things a little bit wonky if you ask me. Of course, that 1 point could be the difference maker at the end of the day between the Silver Tips, who are right on their heels, and the Mavericks. Remy Pinchon had a fabulous goal there in the first period. That was the last goal we saw. He'll take the face-off here up against Will Angus, the captain of the Winnipeg Blizz. It was 4 unanswered goals for the Winnipeg Blizz. That's the big difference maker right now. We'll see if the Mavs can cut into it. But first possession is picked up here by Jay Stilinski. Odd man rush. Pinchon had it, and just with a nice defensive play by, I believe, Ty Woods, had that one bobble out of his stick. What a great odd man rush and good energy to start the second period. But back the other way. Here come the Blizz now with Woods down into the offensive zone. Kicking up the offense here is Schmeichel. Now it kicks on over. Good possession here. It's Schmeichel once more who's got it. Schmeichel now fights off the check of Benko. Bobbles into the middle. Picked up here by Brendan Harnack. Takes the bump but gets over half. Now it's out of his stick before it's picked up and back the other way. Here they come. This is Ty Woods. Dishes one off and they score. Tate Peterson finds the back of the net. 2-on-1. And that's a beauty of a finish there by Peterson. Makes no mistake, beats Alex Swan, and restores a 5-goal lead. 7-2. A quick early goal just 40 seconds into the second. After what was a promising good look to start the second period as well for the Mavericks. But now they find themselves down 5. We know the offense can come alive. 5 goals is definitely not too much to overcome if you ask me, but they've got to find a way to get the offense rhythm going, and right now it's back to the offense for the Blizz. Thondel with a great opportunity, had that pass go backdoor, slides away into the corner. Picked up here by Will Angus. Fights off a check. Angus's pass too hot to handle for Thondel. Eventually comes back to him though. Angus now will dish it into the corner. Now a sharp angle shot. That's saved. Callett's trying his luck. Now will run out of room. That's a counted shot though, so Callett's allowed to continue on. Eventually it's an errant pass across east-west. It's picked up by Kai Klaas. Now dished out by Admison. Continues things on in the offensive zone. Chattendale's got it. Now with Jace Victoria. Dishes down low. Back up top for Bosomworth. Bosomworth now over the left-hand side. It's Sutherland. Now a cross feed intended for Victoria. Trying to bat that one down to Bosomworth. Escapes him. Now it's back the other way. A 2-on-2 scenario, but quickly slowing things down there, the Blizz. Looking for some offense. Out they come. We've played 2 minutes here, and the Blizz have already scored 1 here in the second. It's 7-2. Good offense here. Ty Woods now dishes out to the right wing side. This is Fielding, wants to turn away from a check. Now dishes to the inside. Nice save by Swan. Delorande with a great look there, and nice save by Swan, but it's a check by the Mavericks, which is deemed foul, and now it's picked up here by the Blizz. Player taking a tumble there in the left-hand corner, back on his feet, however. Now we'll continue things on. It's Woods to the outside. He dishes into the left-hand corner, but that's an errant pass picked up by Swan. Remy Pinchard takes it over half. Pinchard looking to hand that one off, but it's picked up. And now back the other way, it's Thondel who puts one on and scores. Make that a 6-goal lead. It's 8-2. As Chase Thondel, he's got another one. That's 2. The Mavericks are reeling right now. And it will, in fact, be a goaltender change coming up. Alex Swan making his way over to the Mavericks bench. And he will be replaced, at least for the time being, by Brady Evanson. Alex Swan allows 8 goals on 17 shots. And at least for now, it looks like his afternoon has come to an end. Back the other way, the Winnipeg Blizz win the faceoff, and they're into the offensive zone again. Thondel will dish out to the right-hand side. Reinforcements over the bench, and they're back onto the attack. Onto the front foot here are the Blizz. Good work here by Calitz to slip away from a check. Now slides it forward, dish out. Left-hand side, whipping one on, and a good early save by Evanson. Blizz keep the possession alive, though. Now they whip it around. Delorande. Out top, Wyatt Gallagher lets that one slip. Battle here for it. Gallagher looking for it. So too are the Mavs, and they find it. Delinsky now will pick things up and head into the offensive zone. Jace Delinsky flies one on, and that one, I believe, took a bounce before it hit the target. Now will ricochet all over the place. It's gathered by the Mavs. Here's Delinsky. Gets out to Chattendale. Will slip away from a check here. Now he'll peel away out to the outside of the arc. Now it's with Ryder Balmung. Victoria slips away from one check. Now into the corner. Victoria makes his way back out into the shooting lane. Slips one on. That one's off the mask of a Blizz player. And eventually is gathered by Winnipeg as well. Transition play back the other way. That was a great look for Luke Tinley. Evanson got a piece of that one as well. So make that 2 early saves here for Evanson, who finds his way into the crease. Blizz still have it in the offensive zone. It has been all Winnipeg so far. So we approach 15 minutes to go here in the second. This is Gallagher, I believe, who gets checked up. No, this is Fielding now in a battle behind the goal. It's eventually swatted down by Evanson. Nice dish out. Admonson now with it. Admonson at the offensive zone. He is joined by Liam Steele. Admonson now tries to make his way towards goal, but he's blocked up there. Now we'll dish across. Riley Benko. Down to the corner it goes. About 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Shot nil. Fires one into the middle. That was intended for Riley Benko. That one gets away from him. Ricochet ball all over the place. Gathered by Winnipeg. It's a bit of a 2-on-1 developing. Dished out pass was intended for Tate Peterson. Couldn't hold on to that one. Peterson had scored on a 2-on-1 earlier this period. Ty Woods has scored a couple from distance. He walks into the zone. Ty Woods now with it. Now a nice dish out. Thondel will fire a hard shot on. That one is blocked. It's all over the place. Gathered by Winnipeg. Found and eventually fired on again by Hudson Delorande. Not able to find the target, though. They run out of time in the offensive zone, so Mavs possession. Mavericks down 8-2 here on home floor against the Blizz. This could be a big swing game as well. Rocky View, the Tips, with 1 game played more than than the Mavs, are just 1 point behind in the standings. So this is, in theory, a game in hand. Whipping one on. It's Balmung. His shot is off the glass, and no real possession there for the Mavericks at all in the offensive zone, as they're unable to find it before running out of time. And back the other way, here comes Winnipeg. Mavs on their heels as it's back to the attack for the Blizz. Will Angus steps into the top of the arc. Now will dish out to the left-hand side. More action here. It's now Ty Woods. Dishes into the inside. Nice soft pass. Good save by Evanson. Blizz keep possession alive, though. They fight to get it back with Ty Woods. Now he'll dish out to the right-hand side. Back the other way. Nice cross feed. It's now with Schmeichel. Schmeichel dishes out. Now Woods swims away from one check, trying to get away from Delinsky. Schmeichel can't hold on to it. Loose ball back by Schmeichel. And now Mavs will pick it up. Nice dish out. Admonson into the offensive zone. Fires on, and Anderson with a big save. Mavs can't find the rebound. Back the other way. It's good. The Blizz who will find it first. Delayed call coming up. The Mavs about to go shorthanded. This is the first call of the game. Right-hand side, a little bit of a pitch and catch scenario here for Winnipeg. Now less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Bank pass picked up here by Fielding. Checked by Jordy Benko. Fielding still with it. Runs into traffic. Runs out of time. We got a slash coming up. Looks like Edmondson is going to be the guilty party. Grayson Edmondson off to the box. He's got a slashing call coming up. And as I mentioned, first power play situation of this game with 12:28 remaining in the second. Will Angus starts possession here for Winnipeg. Right-hand side, pitch and catch with his man Fielding. Now Fielding's got it back from the corner, back to Angus up top. Fakes the left side, goes right. Now a little bit of deception once more for Winnipeg. Backdoor play, and now it's Evanson makes a tremendous save, but it's gathered once more by Winnipeg. Angus, left-hand side now. They'll try their luck. Loading up, and missing the target there was Guller. Coming back. Good perimeter play here by Winnipeg. Now into the middle. Great pick by Brendan Harnick. He's got a bit of a 2-on-1. Can he find Delinsky? He can. Delinsky fires one off the post. What a opportunity, shorthanded. I believe that's now the third time they've rung iron this game. Unreal opportunity for Delinsky. Great work and high speed, but now the power play resumes here with about 50 seconds to work with for Winnipeg, 10 on the shot clock. Angus has it at the top of the arc. He'll whip one on. Evanson with the save. Rebound is found. Great save by Brady Evanson. He whips one down the floor as well. Racing after it is Remy Pinchot, making life hard down there for Fielding. Fielding with a nifty pass though out of the zone, and now Winnipeg works their way out. 20 seconds to go on this power play, and exactly that on the shot clock as well. Top of the arc, this is Schmeichel. Left-hand corner, now right-hand corner, now back behind the net. Right-hand side. Whipping up top, Schmeichel loads, fires, and scores. First of the game for Cole Schmeichel. It's a power play goal as well, as they score that one with 3 seconds remaining in the slashing call against Edmondson. When it rains, it pours for the Mountain View Mavericks. Down 7 goals midway through this game. I don't think anyone would have seen this coming heading into this morning's action. Should be noted, of course, that the Mavericks were in Red Deer last night. It was a 9 o'clock tip-off against the Rampage. Of course, the Mavs were able to win that one, but it might have taken a toll physically, as a lot of the players would have been home well after midnight, I imagine, and before you wind down, could be about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock before you really find yourself in that rhythm sleep. And now back here for an 11 o'clock tip this morning. A lot of the players here, of course, a couple of hours early to get ready for it, so definitely some fatigue may be a factor. However, back in the offensive zone, Riley Benko with a great opportunity, maybe the best look so far of the second period. Although Jay Stalinsky had a great 2-on-1 shorthanded rush as well earlier on. As we hit our media timeout, I believe, here with 9:57 remaining in the second period. It has been all Winnipeg so far throughout this game. It's a 9-2 advantage, 23-13 the shot advantage as well. So Winnipeg doing a lot of damage with relatively little shots. Alex Swan got the hook earlier on in this second period. Allowed 8 goals on 17 shots. A very rare pull for Alex Swan, someone who has been the backbone of this Mavericks team for a long, long time. It's a different tone here in between the benches as well. You might be able to pick that up. The Blizz are kind of very much relaxed, just very jovial in conversation, already heading back out there. And meanwhile, it's the Mavericks who are huddled all around the goaltender with the specialist, as well as the defensive coach, as well as the offensive coach, dishing out instructions here, trying to rally the troops. The Mavericks are down 7 goals on home floor with half a game to go. Lots of time to turn the script in this one. We'll resume play here, rather, I would say rather calmly, but it's gathered by Ryder Baumung. We're going to put some spark into this game. Here's Jay Stalinsky into the offensive zone. Dishes off to Jace Victoria. Victoria now trying to find a shot lane. Nice spin around. Victoria into the inside. He scores. What a goal by Jace Victoria. That's the spark the Mavs needed. Jace Victoria, with an unbelievable effort, was marked by 2 men in the offensive zone. Swim move around one and then just powers into the inside. Gets that leap for a little bit of extra leverage and puts it home. Victoria, the leading point getter for the Mavericks, continues that hot play. It's now 9-3. So still lots of work to do here for the Mavericks, and the number one thing is to not let up. Don't let that goal in behind you, because that's exactly what happened last time. The Mavs took a 2-1 cut into that lead, but the Blizz were able to answer right back. It's a bigger part, and it's the Blizz who head right back in the offensive zone. They get a quick shot on, but that one wide of the target. It ends up out of play as well. Now it's Jay Stalinsky who will pick up the ball. About 9 minutes to go here in the second period. Life into the veins of the Mountain View Mavericks. With Jay Stalinsky, still has it in the offensive zone. Now to the net, he scores. Jay Stalinsky finds the back of the net. It's 9-4. Great goal there from Stalinsky. What an effort that was. Jace Victoria with a beauty, and Jace Stalinsky with a great goal as well. 2 in quick succession, and that's exactly the kind of spark the Mavs needed. Now they've really got some wind in the sails. 9-4 ball game as Remy Pinchard pulls this one back. Drake May forced to grab it. He'll do just that. Mavs looking to get back on the front foot. Here's Jay Stalinsky with speed into the offensive zone. Stalinsky now looking to get a shot lane here. He might have one. Fires on. Great save by Anderson. Woods now trying to get out of his zone, but hits the banner, so Blizz will have to stay down low. Mavericks can pick it up in the offensive zone. What are they ruling here? It hit a banner. So it should be Mavs possession. It is Mavs possession. Here they go. This is Ryder Baumung who dishes to Remy Pinchard. Pinchard now finds Steele. Steele bobbles, but will shovel one down low. Sutherland will pick it up now. Sutherland fires on. Good save by Anderson. Rebound does pop out, but it's picked up here and carried away by Brady Beaubier. Beaubier gets it down low. Offense gets out there for Winnipeg. They have been efficient so far in this game, but Fondel finds the pressure from Edmondson and does a great job of finding that ball, but it's a little too aggressive from Grayson Edmondson, who finds himself back into the sin bin. Another slashing call coming up against Edmondson. Got to watch out with that. It was Edmondson who watched on the power play last time. The Winnipeg Blizzard able to score with 3 seconds remaining due to that Edmondson slashing call, and it's right back. Deja vu. 2 minutes up on the board, and Winnipeg can cut into some of this momentum that the Mavs have been building. Here's Woods, who will start things out. Perimeter play to start off this power play. Woods has it back. Now Schmeichel. Back to Woods. Schmeichel dishes over to the right-hand side. Fielding's pass is tipped away by the Mavs. Can it get over half? And it will. That'll slow things down for the Blizz. About 90 seconds to go on the power play. Will Angus, fake shot, doesn't take it, now dishes out. It is Schmeichel who will, but not on time. It is the Mavs who can pick up the ball after that shot clock ran out. Here comes Jace Dolinsky. Dolinsky still with it. Looking to rag as much time as he can. Jace Dolinsky fakes the pass, now cuts into the left side. Now will stop up. Ty Woods with a nice couple of whacks on Dolinsky here, showing good toughness. Dolinsky still holding on to that ball. Woods definitely putting the pressure on. Dolinsky slips away for now. Now will whip a low shot on, looking to keep the shot clock alive. That one did not hit Anderson and will not renew the clock, but good work nonetheless by Dolinsky. Less than a minute to go on the power play. Offense gets out there now. Wyatt Gallagher dishes out to Schmeichel. Fielding will join the play. It's now with Angus in the corner. Will Angus holds over to Schmeichel. Now we'll dish over. This is now Coral who's got it. Galler. That is picked up by the Mavs. Good interception. Steele's got it. Can he get it out? He slides it forward. Nice heads-up play by Steele to Kai Klaas. Klaas now whips one on. That's into the feet of Anderson, who has to look down to find that one, but will eventually get it into the teammates' hands. Picked up here by the Blizz, who are into the offensive zone. Luke Tinley. A little bit of deception once more, but not fooling anyone. It was Galler who fires it into the left-hand corner. Now picked up by Angus. Will Angus is still with it, dishes out, whipped one on, did Gallagher, and that one ricochets up and into the banners once more, so it'll be the Mavs who can pick this one up. Mavs had a guy high up the floor, that is Edmondson, I believe, down there after the penalty does come to a conclusion. 1 for 2 so far today are the Blizz on the power play. Nice dish out, Chattendale. Just could not find the breadbasket there of Jordy Benko. Now pressured down to the corner as the Mavs look to find possession back, but it's picked up here by the Blizz. Ty Woods slipping away now. Fondle. Right-hand corner. Slowing things down are the Blizz here, up 5 goals. At one point did have a 7-goal lead. The Mavs are slowly cutting into that. Whipping a long-distance shot on is it. Nice save by Evanson. He can't get the escape though. And now Evanson with a tremendous athletic. What a great save that was. Certainly a different style of goaltender than we're used to seeing in Alex Swan. Edmondson heads up pass the other way for Remy Pinchon. Different kind of style, but very effective nonetheless. He's been great so far. Here comes Riley Benko, who whips one on, and that's Anderson this time who makes a good save. Anderson has let up a couple of rebound opportunities. Mavs have not been able to get to them. Now it's Calitz who takes it into the offensive zone. Blizz back to the attack. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Into the offensive zone. They set things up. Galler's got it again. Galler now has to shoot and unable to find a clean one. Mavericks will pick up the ball. They're into the offensive zone. Picked up once more. Liam Steele over to Baumung. Now down low, Chattendale. Gets it over to Sutherland, who tries to skip one on, but that one is not picked up. Into the corner it comes. Riley Benko looking for it. Benko unable to get to it, though. The Blizz will pick it up first, but now we've got a foul out there, or pardon me, a turnover. It is a Mavs possession. So no call, but a Mavs possession as they get it in the offensive zone. 3:40 to go. Sutherland now, left-hand corner. Sutherland nodding, wants to make a play happen. His pass back over for Baumung is swatted away, and now it'll be the Blizz who pick up possession. Here come the Blizz. Away with it is Cole Baker. Baker dishes over for Wyatt Gallagher. Gallagher now over. Long shot coming. Good save by Evanson. Fought away into the corner. Picked up by Gallagher. Blizz continue on with it. Out it comes. This is now Schmeichel who's got it. Dishes over for Gallagher. Back to Schmeichel. He's got a shot lane. And that's a great save by Evanson again. But again, the Blizz pick it up and they'll continue on. Now 3 straight possessions. Wyatt Gallagher over to Schmeichel. Gallagher. Gallagher's cross feed for Will Angus. Angus runs into traffic here. Bobbles picked up by the Mavs. Here comes Grayson Advinson. Advinson. He'll run into some traffic of his own, but peels away, waits for reinforcements to come, fakes pass, holds on to it. And a call is coming up. I believe we've got a slash coming up. The Mavericks are going to head to their first power play of the game. Extra attacker is out there. Offense needs to get out there as well, says Riley Benko. It's Sutherland. Sutherland whips a low shot on. That one is off the end wall, picked up here by the Blizz, and we'll have our call. It is, in fact, the slash coming up. And with 2:05 remaining in the period, good timing here. It's a 2-minute power play coming up for the Mavs. This will be the first power play of the game for the Mavericks, who need to take advantage, no doubt about that. Down 5 goals. Getting one before the intermission would be huge. Left-hand side, it's Reiner Baumung playing pitch and catch with Sutherland, but now it's Pinchot who goes to the right-hand side into the corner. Chattendale out to Pinchot. Comes back out for Baumung, I believe it is. This is Sutherland now, fakes the shot, now scores! Hayden Sutherland, he's got 2, and the Mavericks make this a 9-6 ball game. I believe we should be at 6. Well, 9-5 ball game it is. My math's a little bit off right now, I suppose. Grayson Advinson, nice dish up. Here's Riley Benko into the offensive zone. Benko. That is Dolinsky, who's got it on over into the corner. This is Bosworth now, looking to keep the attack alive. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Dolinsky has a shot lane and he scores. Jay Dolinsky finds the back of the net again. And the Mavericks are storming out and they are cutting into this lead, making things interesting. 9-6 ball game. Second of the game for Jace Dolinsky. Sutherland's got 2. Jace Victoria and Remy Pinchot are your other goal scorers. I had a mistally on my earlier one. Thought Jed Balgrim had a goal. Sorry, Jet. Not the case, but the Mavericks are within shouting distance now. It's 9-6. Grayson Advinson, beautiful interception. He's away into the offensive zone. Nice pass over for Pinchot. Over and they score. Drake May finds the back of the net. And how about this from the Mavericks? Storming out like a tidal wave. 5 unanswered goals. Making things happen. The Mountain View Mavericks. 9-7 ball game. still down 2 goals, but at one point being down 6. This is fantastic stuff right now from the Mavs. Encroachment off the face-off here. It's going to be picked up by the Blizz. They're into the offensive zone. This is Wyatt Gallagher. Trying to answer back here now with less than a minute to go in the second period. Bumped up here is Gawler. He loses the ball as well. It's picked up by Kai Klaas. Klaas trying to headman up the floor. That pass just a little too hot to handle. Jay Stolinski couldn't quite get to that one. Now with 30 seconds on the clock, back to the attack. Here come the Blizz. Gallagher now left-hand corner. Picked up here by Gawler. Gawler now, no shot lane. Dishes on over, intended for Woods. It's tipped away. Opportunity for Jordy Benko. Here's Benko in a one-on-one with Woods. Gets away from the check into the corner. Dishes out for Lodemeyer, who can't get a piece of that one. Lodemeyer tries to settle it down, but can't get it into his cradle. Eventually it's whistled down, so a quick whistle with 5 seconds to go. Opportunity for the Blizz. Wyatt Gallagher, can they get a shot off? Schmeichel. He'll have a look, and that's Edmondson, I believe, making the save as the buzzer sounds. What a period we just saw. Great effort by the Mountain View Mavericks to cut back into this game. At one point, it seemed like it was all but over, but now it's a 9-7 ball game after being down 7-2 and 9-3 at times as well. This has been fantastic stuff from the Mountain View Mavericks to battle back. Still down 2 goals, though, so plenty of work to be done. Before we send it to our intermission, I just want to quickly thank some of our great sponsors for helping make things happen, of course, throughout the Mountain View Mavericks season and making these YouTube broadcasts happen as well. Platinum Fitness, Red Source for Sports, Ing and McKee Insurance, Carey Flaws Real Estate, C&B Electric, as well as many other great sponsors helping to put our broadcasts on the air today. Triple Point Chemical Incorporation, TNT Customs, Hydro Testers, Thomas Group, Marlick, TX2 Recycling, and Pure Chem Chemical Services as well. 9:25 remains in the intermission. It is a 9-7 ball game. The Mavericks within shouting distance. They're down 2. We'll have the third coming up.
Mute on. Mute off.
We're back at it here at the Innisfail Twin Arena as we're getting set for the third period of play here between the Winnipeg Blizz and your Mavericks, who have really stormed into the lead that was built up by the Winnipeg Blizz. At one point, they did find themselves with a 6-goal advantage, did the Blizz, but the Mavs have cut into that. Now it's just 2 goals with a 9-7 tally as we get set for the final 20 minutes of this one. And, of course, if you're the Blizz, you're certainly hoping to keep this one as short as you possibly can. Time-wise, I would suggest, of course. You don't want to get too physical. You want to stay out of the box as much as you can as well. Both teams have taken a couple of penalties. Edmondson with 2 slashing calls against. And meanwhile, the Mavericks have only had 1 power play of their own. But for the Blizz, it's crucial that they get out of here. Get on down to the Pete Knight Arena tonight. It's an 8 o'clock face-off. They'll take on the Rocky View Silvertips. And for the Silvertips, they'd love to see the Blizz with the win in this game. There's no doubt about that. The Silvertips are 1 point back of the Mavericks in the Central Division for first place. The Mavs hold on to that one by just a 1-point edge, like I say, but the Mavericks have so far played 1 game more than the Silvertips. Or I beg your pardon, the Silvertips have played 1 game more, so this in theory is that game advantage for the Silvertips. Could be a big one if the Blizz are able to hang on to this one. And then the Rocky View Silvertips take care of action tonight. We could see a big swing in the standings when we wake up tomorrow. We'll see what happens in this third period. Mavericks can hold on to their own destiny right now. If they win this third, they can guarantee they'll hold on to first place for the duration of the next 24 hours. They've got possession off the face-off as well. Into the O-zone they come. They're going to set things up. This is Sutherland. Slips away from a couple of checks. Tight angle shot. That's a save by Anderson. Keeps that one out of the back of the net. Anderson has been steady so far for Winnipeg. Alex Swan with a very rare pull earlier in this game. Hooked after allowing 8 goals on 17 shots. Into the O-zone comes Winnipeg with Ty Woods. Whips one on, and that one's wide of the target. Trying to find the loose ball out front. That's a hit that was up high on Thondel, and he is down. Certainly a little bit shooken up after that one. He's back on his feet, though, which is what we like to see. And Thondel now jogging off to the bench. That's going to be a call against Davin Gardner. Picking up a little bit of a foul here. Cross-checking call. That was a delayed call, if you ask me. Did not see a hand go up right away after that check. It certainly was a questionable one, if you ask me, but it is a call that does go against the Mavericks. It's another power play coming up here for the Blizz, who are 1 for 2 so far. And they've got possession on the perimeter. Fielding, he's got a goal earlier on. Dishes on over. This is Cowlitz now. Fielding, top of the arc. Let's fly. Evanson with a nice save. Brady Evanson has come in midway through this game, and he's looked solid so far. Back the other way. Here come the Mavericks shorthanded. Brendan Harnick now peels into the offensive zone. Killing time here. Less than 90 seconds to go on the power play. Harnick now finds his way towards goal, but takes a step in towards the crease, and that'll be a call and a turnover. Blizz possession. Whistle resumes play. Mavericks down 2 goals here, but we'll have to kill off this power play for the Blizz, who are back on the attack. 9-7 ball game as it's pitch and catch to the outside. Will Angus now turns left. Comes back for fielding, has a lane, will fire one on, and Evanson, another terrific save. Evanson now headmans forward, racing on to this one as Kai Klass. It gets to Anderson, however, the goaltender for Winnipeg, turns one over at half. It's picked up by Liam Steele. Steele Fakes pass, holds onto it, left-hand side, now fakes to cut away. 20 seconds, I should say, on the shot clock. Remy Pinchard takes over, dishes over for Jay Stilinski. Great work killing here for the Mavericks. Now 10 seconds to go on this shot clock. Stilinski tries his luck from distance. That sounded like it rang some iron. Might have got the stick there of Anderson, but nonetheless, it'll be Winnipeg in possession as they come away with it. Stilinski with a nice backtrack, had it loose for a second. Now it's a great effort by Cole Schmeichel to keep this alive. Schmeichel dishes over for Ty Woods. Penalty is over, so Winnipeg falls to 1 for 3 on the power play today. Dish over is for Kellett, who lets fly. Evanson fights that one off. Now Evanson with a nice pass out of the zone for Grayson Edmondson. He's flanked by Sutherland, who's got it, and just had that one trickle away. Sutherland's arguing that should be a Mavericks possession. He's not going to win that argument. Winnipeg comes away with it. They get themselves established in the offensive zone. Winnipeg has had leads in this game, no doubt about that. They had a 5-goal advantage for a little bit, had a 6-goal edge. They scored 4 unanswered in the first period. Here comes Will Angus cutting into the lane, looks to dish off backdoor, but right at the last second, a good defensive effort by the Mavericks, and running out of time are the Blizz. Offense comes over the boards and they pick up the ball into the offensive zone. It's Hayden Sutherland. Flanked by Chattendale, now a backdoor feed for Bosomworth. Unable to hang on to that one. It's loose, still bouncing. Sutherland picks it up. Sharp angle shot, and that is saved by Anderson. Picked up by Winnipeg. They get over the line, but it's back over the line. Now picking it up, and that's a turnover. Offense able to stay out there. Chattendale. Jace Victoria had a beauty earlier on this game. He's got it once more. Shuffles to the outside where Benko has it, running into his own teammate there, and now tripping up and losing the ball. Back the other way, here comes Brady Beaubier. Beaubier tries to feather one forward. He's got it back. Beaubier slips away from the check of Edmondson. Has it popped out by Lodemeyer. But now Fondle is able to gather it here for the Blizz. Fondle, after taking that shot, no worse for wear, whips it to the outside. Winnipeg setting up on the perimeter. Ty Woods can't find that pass, and now it's picked up here by the Mavericks. Here comes Remy Pinchard. He's got an on-man break, shoots, and that's denied by Anderson. In transition the other way, it's Winnipeg looking to take advantage. They can't hold on to that pass, however. Evanson's going to settle things down for the Mavericks. Now a change the other way here for the Mavs, who get the offense back out there. Less than 15 minutes to go. Jay Stilinski sees a lane, now cuts in. It's Sutherland backdoor, and he just missed that one. Stilinski will keep the offensive pressure on. Less than 10 on the shot clock, but we've got a turnover. Violation there as the Mavs are forced to give the ball to Winnipeg. Over the line they come with Tate Peterson. Left-hand side, pressure put on there by Grayson Edmondson. Now it's Wyatt Gallagher who takes over. Gallagher, backdoor feed is picked up there by the Mavs. Good defensive play, but possession still stays with Winnipeg. Gallagher trying to fight through the checks of 2 Mavericks players. And Brady Evanson's there to help as well, the goaltender, but it'll be picked up here by Grayson Edmondson, showing his speed up the right-hand side. Dishes over for Baumung. Baumung's over the boards and into the offensive zone. Winnipeg still leads the shot clock 31-28. They're up by 2 goals as well. Sutherland takes over. Whips one on from distance. Looking for a rebound or a ricochet potentially. Unable to find it, however. Now Schmeichel takes over. I beg your pardon. This is Schmeichel now for Winnipeg, but he coughs it up. Now it's Liam Steele who's got it. Liam Steele, joined by a couple of teammates here. Can they keep it on half? And they will. Broken stick out there as well as the Mavericks take over in the offensive zone. About 15 seconds to work with. They've got movement on the right-hand side. Sutherland joins from the left. Trying to find his way into the inside. He's got a lane. He's got a chance. And just skipped that one wide. Takes a heavy shot as well. A little bit slow to get up, but the offense stays on. And running out of time there is Riley Benko as he'll be forced to drop it off. Less than 13 minutes to go now as the Blizz head back to the attack. They're on the left-hand side, into the inside. Fielding fires on, another big save. Getting a piece of that one. Evanson with a big-time stop. Offense gets going here for the Mavericks. They need 2 goals to get back into this one. They scored a few in quick succession to wrap up the second period. Looking for more of that. Here comes Dolinsky stepping to the inside. Takes a shot on. Now it's off the leg of Anderson. Now back the other way. It's Winnipeg over the line. Fondle slows down. Now dishes out. Here's Winnipeg in the offensive zone, working the perimeter. Schmeichel gets away. Now that was Gorel into the inside. It's Kalitz with a good shot on. Again, Evanson is there to answer the bell. Brady Evanson has been outstanding since coming in. Keeping his team in this one. Mavericks still down 2, looking for more in the offensive zone. Now about 10 seconds on the shot clock. Chittendale running into problems. Here is Victoria. Victoria whips one on. That's a good save by Anderson. Can they find the rebound? They will. It's Bosworth who takes over. Hayden Sutherland towards goal. Scores! Hayden Sutherland. Hat-trick goal. And the Mavericks are now within 1. 11-16 to go. That's a big-time goal from big-time player. Hayden Sutherland continues his torrid pace, leading the Mavs in goal scoring in a hat-trick goal here this afternoon. Mavericks down just 1. That evens up the shots as well. Now 32 apiece for both sides this morning and afternoon. Face-off here, dug in by Remy Pinchot. It's going to be picked up by the Mavericks. And they quickly cough it over. It's now Winnipeg who has possession. Fielding carries it into the offensive zone now behind the goal. It's Fielding who's whipping around. Gets it up top. Opportunity here for De La Ronde. Over the outside, Gallagher back to De La Ronde. De La Ronde out to the inside. It's going to be a turnover here. It's coughed up by Winnipeg. Mavs will take over. They try to whip one into the offensive zone. And Shot can't bring that one down. It's going to be Winnipeg with a soft possession there. Mavericks are down 1 goal after storming back from being down 6 goals midway through the second. At one point, this was a 9-3 game. It's been all Mavericks since that point. Now 9-8. Loose ball in the Mavs' end, though. Blizz looking for it. So too are the Mavs. We've got a delayed call coming up. I don't think either side really knows who it's against. And I think it's going to be against the Blizz. So a power play coming up here for the Mavericks. Down 1 goal with 10:07 remaining here in the third period. At one point, what was a 6-goal lead has turned into just a 1-goal edge. And it is going to be the second power play of the game for the Mavericks. Big-time opportunity here for the Mavs. Power play gets going. It's Hayden Sutherland down left-hand corner. Baumung now up top. It's Dolinsky. Over for Baumung. Back for Dolinsky. Bobbles a second. Now regains his footing. Dolinsky over for Sutherland. It's Baumung. Down low. Chittendale fires on. That's wide of the target. Ricochets off the wall. Kept in by Dolinsky, but unable to find a teammate. What an athletic play that was, but back the other way It's the Blizz who carried it in. They've got a delayed call coming up now, so much for that power play. About to come to an end here as the Mavericks putting the check on. Unable to get the ball loose, though. Great effort there, but number 17, that's Tate Peterson, who had a goal earlier on in this game. Now with a long distance shot at the end of the shot clock, the Blizz are going to cough it up, and that allows the Mavericks to finally get a touch on here. A holding call coming up against the Mavericks. That ends the power play as well. Just a minute and 1 second into it. 4-on-4 action coming up. Luke Chattendale is going to be the guilty party. And that brings us to the third period media timeout as well, with 9:05 remaining and at a even strength opportunity. That does bring us to that pause, of course. So lots of game time left, and this one is definitely not over yet, if you ask me. The Mavericks, after being down 7-5, 9-6, pardon me, 7-5 and 9-3, I should say, a 6-goal advantage there for the Blizzard. Have managed to come all the way back into this one, 9-8. It's a 1-goal game at the Innisfil Twin Arena. We're going to have about 59 seconds of 4-on-4 action before a minute and 1 power play scheduled to start here for the Winnipeg Blizz. Blizz have been successful 1 for 3 as we get things restarted here. Midway through the game, we did have a goaltending change for the Mountain View Mavericks. We saw Alex Swan get a rare pull, something I don't believe that I've ever seen happen to Alex Swan in my time here with the Mountain View Mavericks, allowing 8 goals on 17 shots, got the hook. Brady Evanson has come in, and he has been solid so far. Offense gets going here for Winnipeg as they resume 4-on-4 action here before a brief power play. Pass to the left-hand side. This is Galler who steps off. Good checking here by the Mavericks, now down low. Ball movement continues here by Winnipeg, and they cough it up. Brendan Harnick intercepts. He's got an opportunity, 1-on-1. Brendan Harnick fires, and that's a nice save by Anderson. Oh, and then Harnick takes a heavy hit down low. They've got the call, though, right in front of the official. And that is going to result in a, believe, what could be a boarding call, maybe a check from behind. What do we got? Cross-checking call, I believe it is coming up. Certainly an interesting call. But it is a call that does go in favor of the Mountain View Mavericks. They'll get the power play out there as they've got a 4-on-3 advantage. 4-on-3 for another 18 seconds. Zielinski, Sutherland, backdoor feed. Here's Victoria, who runs into the wall. That was Van Anderson. Nice save. Power play about to run out here, back to 4-on-4 as the Mavericks do have possession off that turnover. Zielinski down low. Sutherland, Victoria had that shot blocked. Now ricochets all the way back. Winnipeg will take over. They're over the line. It's with Noah Kremchuk. Gets it on over for Ringor. 4-on-4, even strength now as we get re-going. Ringor fires on. Evanson fights to keep that one out. Nice save by Evanson. Jay Zielinski's got it now as 4-on-4 continues here for about another 20 seconds. Then it will be another brief and very brief Mavericks power play. Zielinski had that one come out, but fights to keep it alive. Now it's Sutherland who whips one on, and that's a shoulder save by Anderson. Possession stays with the Mavericks, though. 4-on-4 about to wind up here. It'll be about a 30-second power play now for the Mavericks. Fourth unofficial power play. Sutherland now fakes pass, shoots and scores! Hayden Sutherland's 4th goal of the game ties it up at 9. The Mavericks have come all the way back, and we've got a brand new ball game with 6:55 to go. How about that effort from the Mountain View Mavericks? Power play goal to boot, I should say. And that was just a fantastic finish by Hayden Sutherland. Fakes the pass, takes the shot, beats Anderson cleanly. And how about this? 9-9. All squared up. The Blizz had a 7-2 lead. They had a 9-3 lead, and now it's a 9-9 game. Unbelievable stuff here from the Mavericks, who have scored 7. 6 unanswered, I should say. Can they make it 7? Here comes Victoria. Dishes off. Offense stays out there with Liam Steele. Now back to Victoria. Victoria now can't quite find the shot lane he's looking for. Chattendale with a nice screen. However, the Mavericks run out of time here. They'll have to turn the ball over. 6:16 to go. Winnipeg picks it up. They're back in the offensive zone. Should be a great finish to this game here. 9-9. The Mavericks have shown real character today. After watching their starting goalie get the hook as well, they fought back to make this a 9-9 game. Long shot from distance from Klatzit, and that is well wide. Picked up here now by Edmondson. Edmondson now slows up as the offense makes their way out there. Delinsky peels away from the check. He works his way to the right-hand side. Puts the ball against the grain, left-hand side. Jordy Benko for Victoria. Now it's back on over to the right-hand side. I believe this is Jordy Benko. Victoria. Jace Victoria feels the heat. Peels away from the check. Now long shot coming from Sutherland, and that one was right into the feet there of Anderson, who had to be sharp to keep that one out. Picked up by the Blizz. They're working their way into the offensive zone. They send a Hail Mary pass down low. Escapes everyone. Heads down to the goaltender. Edmondson can't bat that one down, and now it's in possession of Winnipeg. Long pass out is held in by Gawler. Nice hold. 5 minutes to go in this one. Gawler steps up, top of the arc, loses the handle on it. Battle for right in front of the Mavs bench, but running out of time is Winnipeg. Mavericks pick up the ball. They've got the offense coming out there. Chattendale's got it. He's flanked here by Bosworth. Joining in action as well is Jace Victoria. Chattendale assessing his options. Fires one into the middle, looking for Victoria. That gets away from him. Now it's with Bosworth. Bosworth now whips a long shot on. That one's wide of the target. Trying to find it are the Mavericks. They'll hold on to it. Offense can stay out there. That one must have got a piece of Anderson. They have a new shot clock to work with. Liam Steele faces some pressure here. Dishes off. Offense keeps going here. Right-hand side, it's Bosworth who makes a nice pass. We've got 2 players tying up. Liam Steele with his man, but Victoria scores! What a goal by Jace Victoria as he flies his way into the crease and finds the back of the net. What a goal! Jace Victoria, leading scorer for the Mountain View Mavericks, shows exactly why that's the case. What a goal! Second one of similar nature, I would say, for Victoria as well, who scored just one like that in the second period. But that is a crucial one. The Mavericks now 7 unanswered goals and a 10-9 lead. How about this? The Mavericks have absolutely rallied back today. 4 minutes to go. Let's see if they can close things out. Big face-off here as eventually it is pulled back by Winnipeg. They come into the offensive zone with Fielding. Fielding now, right-hand side, coughs up the ball. Turnover here for the Mavericks. Remy Benjad's got it at half. Fights through a couple of checks here. The urgency has been ramped up tenfold. Here comes Jace Delinsky into the offensive zone. Pinchot, backdoor feed for Sutherland. What a save by Anderson. Got a piece of it with either the mask or the shoulder. Now a big check up against the wall. We've got a turnover. That's all it'll be as it's quickly picked up by Winnipeg as they work their way into the offensive zone. Needing reinforcements, though, as they slow things down. About 3 minutes to go here as the offense continues for Winnipeg. It's Ty Woods, who's got a couple of goals already. Faces double pressure here from the Mavericks. Riley Lodemeyer trying to find that ball, but Woods is still holding on to it well. Woods in the corner now, dishes out. Opportunity, and that's a great save once again from Evansworth. Turnover down low as the Mavericks will pick it up. Riley Benko out. And we've got a late whistle behind the play. Unsportsmanlike call coming up. A misconduct is coming up. And the gate being shown as well to number 12, Sam Angus. His night will be over. Or his afternoon, I should say. I beg your pardon. That's Ty Woods heading off. I thought it was number 12 that they had signaled towards. But it is, in fact, Ty Woods. Trying to figure out, they did that. It was very clear that they said 12, but I'm not exactly sure why. It'll be a power play nonetheless coming up here for the Mountain View Mavericks, who will get first possession. Should be a power play. I don't think it will be a power play, so just a misconduct coming up. No further punishment, I should say, coming up against the Winnipeg Blizz for that one. But they have now lost Ty Woods, who with a couple of goals in this game has been a big part of their offense. In the offensive zone, Mavericks are fighting for it, but that's going to be a turnover against the Mavs, and Blizz will have an opportunity. A one-goal lead as the Blizz go on to the attack. Don't forget, this is a massive game in the standings, as tonight it's Rocky View with an opportunity to beat these same Blizz. They could have taken the lead in the Central Division standings depending on how things go. Blizz pressing, big save by Evanson. What a save that was, picked up here by Jay Stalinsky, who's over the line. Less than 2 minutes to go as Jay Stalinsky will be very content to slow things down. Riley Benko finds his brother. This is Jordy. Sutherland now. Double pressure on him as he whips it into the corner. Looking to get that back off the boards, but just couldn't find it. Ignore that buzzer. They'll continue on. Cole Baker. Dishes over for Hudson De La Ronde. Anderson still in between the pipes for Winnipeg. Down one goal as they press for offense. This is Schmeichel. Faces pressure from Harnick. Schmeichel still has it. Now we'll whip one on. Evanson with a great save. Evanson now heads up play. Down the floor is Brendan Harnick trying to push that one forward. Can't corral it. And we've got a delayed call coming up. Over... I think we've got a penalty shot coming up here. That's an illegal substitution call. As they were back in their own zone, it's going to result in a penalty shot coming up. How about that one? An illegal substitution call against Winnipeg, and now with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining in this game, Hayden Sutherland is going to have a chance to score his 5th of the game and ice this game as well. Hayden Sutherland has the game on his stick. There he comes from left on the forehand. Fake shot, put one through the 5-hole of Anderson, but it hit the post. Looked like he beat the goaltender, could not beat the frame. Faked the shot. That was a beauty of a move from Hayden Sutherland. Did everything but score on that instance. And the Blizz still have life. It remains a 10-9 game. 1:02 remaining as we'll get restarted. Face-off between Steele and Will Angus. Angus had it briefly. It bobbles loose. The Mavericks are looking for it. Steele, he can't gather it. Neither can the Blizz, as it's all over the place. Eventually, Steele will find it. Finds a teammate now on the right-hand side. It's Remy Pinchard. Looks to rag as much time as they can. They've got 20 seconds on their shot clock. 30 on the game clock now. Sutherland, top of the arc. Shooting lane, had it there briefly, skips one on. It bounces into the corner. Mavs keep it in. Less than 20 to go. New shot clock as well. Hit a piece of the goaltender, and the Mavericks are going to do it. Pitch and catch all over the offensive zone. Just don't turn it over. They do. Winnipeg, they've got it back, and a timeout called. All they have to do is hold on to it there. They hold on to it for oh so long, and now with about 5 seconds to go, the Blizz have an opportunity to draw something up. The Mavs have showed outstanding character throughout this game. They were down pretty well from the get-go in this game. Down 2-0. It was 2-1. At one point it was 6-2. At one point it was 9-3. The Mavericks have shown all sorts of character, able to bounce back in this game. After no doubt having a slow start, they were in Red Deer late last night. It was a 9 o'clock face-off last night in Red Deer. Probably didn't get home till after midnight. You're here probably around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock for a game day, 11 o'clock tip. Blizz, they take a 6-goal lead. And how about this? Now it's a 1-goal lead for the Mavericks. 7 seconds to go. Throwing one into the offensive zone. It's a ricochet off the wall, quickly gathered by Harnick, and that'll do it. The Mountain View Mavericks, they improve to 8-1-1 on the season and pad the lead on the Central Division. Mavericks take care of business today against the Winnipeg Blizz. A tremendous effort from the Mountain View Mavericks, who fight back in this game. One that the Blizz had surely thought they'd won earlier on. But no lead is safe against these Mavericks, who storm all the way back. How about Hayden Sutherland? 4 goals, including the game-winning goal. An outstanding offensive talent for the Mavericks, and proving why he is, in fact, the leading goal scorer for this Mavericks team. Alex Swan had allowed 8 goals on 17 shots. A rare off day, I would say, for Alex Swan. But how about the play of Brady Evanson, who steps in and does a terrific job in goal. The rookie with a, I'm going to do some quick math here, 23 save performance. Terrific stuff by Brady Evanson. So Sutherland with 4 goals, Evanson 20-odd saves. Alex Swan saying, "You go first, kid, you earned it." And the Mountain View Mavericks will look to bounce back here. They'll be in action now a week from today, June 14th, in Fort Saskatchewan to take on the Rebels. Our next broadcast will come a day later, next Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock, as they welcome the Calgary Shamrocks to town. Cannot wait for that game. Always
Bluetooth connected.
Always a great game between the Shamrocks and the Mountain View Mavericks. For today, it'll stand as a 10-9 final. The Mountain View Mavericks storm back in this game and take victory from the claws of defeat. I want to thank some of our great sponsors for helping make things happen today, including Triple Point Chemical Incorporation, TNT Customs, Hydro Testers, Thomas Group, Marlick TX2 Recycling, Pure Chems Services, and of course other sponsors including Platinum Fitness, Red Source for Sports, Ing and McKee Insurance, as well as Carey Flaws Real Estate and CNB Electric. Without you guys, Mavericks lacrosse could not be possible. 10-9 the final. It's a win for the Mavericks here, and we thank you for being alongside me. It's Baron Van Klooster signing off on the Mavericks YouTube channel.
Mute on.